Hey, what's up everybody? Schuyler Dean here, founder of Reach Fat Loss and Fitness. Our goal is to help get you in the absolute best shape of your life in the most sustainable way possible. So enough of the strict diets, enough of the yo-yo, enough of spending all your time weighing your food, counting your calories. This is about how do we fit fat loss into your lifestyle so it lasts for good, and that's exactly what we do. And in this video, we're going to be talking to one of our wonderful clients, Miss Kellie. Kellie crushed her time in our fat loss program. She lost 18 pounds in 3 months. And more importantly, it's about the internal transformation that she made along the way. And that's what she's going to be sharing in this video. So with that said, if you are looking for fat loss help, you're sick of the diet yo-yo, you're sick of trying things that don't work, I want you to head down below this video and grab a complimentary consultation. Guys, if you are sick of the yo-yo and you just want to see if working together would be a good fit, it's absolutely free. So go down below and schedule that. You'll talk with me personally. I want to hear about your lifestyle, where you're at, what you're struggling with, and then we can talk about what a sustainable fat loss plan would look like and what working together would look like along the way as well. So with that said, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hey guys, welcome. Today we are here with our former client, our graduated client, Kellie Spencer, who is phenomenal. She lost a little over 18 pounds on her 12-week program with us, and she was part of our reset program. So Kellie, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about your fat loss and fitness journey and how it started before the program. Like, what was life like before the program?
Yeah. So before the program, I was your typical yo-yo dieter. I tried pretty much all of them, packages, shakes, whatever was out there. And I would find success with those particular things for a short amount of time. But the kicker for me was just that it wasn't sustainable. I could lose anywhere from 20 to 30 to even over 40 pounds. But nothing I was doing was something that I could sustain for the long term. And I ended up putting all the weight back on, as we know happens with the yo-yo fad diets, usually actually plus some. I ended up weighing more than what I did when I started out. And so I felt defeated, honestly. I wanted more for myself. I wanted more for my health. I wanted more I have 2 daughters, and I just didn't want them to grow up remembering mom's on another diet and mom's eating these pre-packaged things and not having dinner with us. And so there was it was multifaceted what was going on with me, honestly, just internally and externally, with wanting to be healthier, but wanting a sustainable way to do it. And so that was what I was struggling with prior to the program.
Okay, super. And what was interesting about our program? What did you hear that was going to be different, or did you think anything was going to be different?
Okay, I knew things were going to be different because the approach was so much different than all the other things I had tried. And to be totally honest, I did quite a bit of Instagram stalking before I decided to reach out, because I'm one of those planners and I really want to think something's going to work before I even go down the path. And so I had already started veering toward fasting and that type of thing, but I didn't have all the pieces. And so I wasn't finding myself successful. I had been doing a few things that I noticed that Schuyler would share on Instagram and that you would share. And I was thinking, okay, well, these people are sort of doing what I feel like the path I'm going down is, but they seem to know what they're doing. And I'm kind of just lacking pieces and not actually finding success. And so I reached out to Schuyler and ended up setting up a call just to learn more about the program. And I was really fascinated with the missing components. Like I said, I had already started doing fasting a little bit, just not successful. And then it wasn't until I got into the program that I realized, oh, these were all the things that I needed to know and I was missing. And so I knew the program would be different because it was more natural. I truly thought that this is the way our bodies are designed, to burn fat, to use it for energy. We weren't designed to eat prepackaged, ultra-processed foods. And it was, like I said, just so vastly different from the diet culture and the fad diets that I had tried. And I thought, I have to do the different thing if I'm going to want the different result, which is sustainability. That was my ultimate goal. Not just to lose the weight, which yes, that's part of it. But to be able to do it sustainably to where when I lose the weight, I don't have the fear of it's all coming back plus some. So, yeah.
That's great. So did you find it to be more of a lifestyle than anything else?
Oh, yes, absolutely. The program felt natural. Like I said, it just seemed like the way our bodies were designed to function as far as health and burning energy. So it's not that the program was hard in any aspect. Now I felt stretched in some areas while I was on the program, but not hard. It's not hard. And I think it's because it's natural. That's how we're supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And that's why I have been doing it for almost 4 years now, living this way. But losing 18, a little over 18 pounds, fantastic job. You look amazing. What other benefit did you, besides the weight loss, what other positive outcomes did you have?
So more than the weight loss, I feel like I discovered a part of me that I didn't in all the other fad diets, and that was truly just a mental strength. With each long fast, I felt like I grew and I discovered more. Like, I can do this. I can do hard things that I never thought I could do. When I was trying to do this prior to the program, I had said I was missing pieces, of the puzzle, and I was trying to do some fasting. I truly thought people that could fast for 24 hours were like elite, like, and they are. But I thought, I will never do that. I will never fast for 24 hours. And I pushed myself on so many 24 plus hour fasts. And I feel like I just grew mentally, and with weightlifting too, I would lift heavier. I was challenged by you to do real push-ups. And I thought, Amy, I'm not going to do real push-up. But I thought, you know what? She challenged me to do it. And even if I only do one real push-up, I'm going to let her know that I did one real push-up. And I think I ended up doing maybe 3 or 4. But again, just that mental stretch, that mental growth, that I don't think I would have even challenged myself to do those things. And it built over time. So once I built the self-confidence that I could do a 24-hour fast, I wasn't afraid to attempt a 48-hour fast. Once I did real push-ups, I wasn't afraid to attempt the next hard thing, I guess, so to speak. And so I just kind of kept leveling up, and part of your coaching was there's always a way to improve. There's always the next level to level up to, and just don't be satisfied with where you are. It's okay to stretch yourself. And so apart from just the weight loss, which was the fat loss, which was incredible, the mental growth, just building confidence in myself was pretty amazing.
That is amazing. And I'm so proud of you. And I remember we had many conversations, and I loved how you were so thoughtful through the program, because you did have some trepidation about doing longer fasts, but then we just talked through them, and you were so coachable, and you just kept, raising your bar. And it was fascinating to watch you turn into such a confident faster and someone that just really ended up, taking on the workouts in the best way possible. So we're so proud of you. What has life, you graduated at the end of November. So you've made it through the holidays. You even mentioned your daughter had a birthday here recently. What has life been like since you left?
Yes. So the amazing thing about the program is that truly it has been a lifestyle change for me. And so I no longer have the mentality of, I fell off the wagon. Guess I'm just going to throw in the towel. I guess this diet doesn't work, which is what I would do so much in the past. And so since I've graduated the program, I've just kept pushing forward. I did complete it in November. So I went through the holidays and maintained. So currently where I stand right now, I have maintained the weight loss, and I'm planning to push forward and keep going with the pillars and everything that I learned on the program. It truly is. It is my lifestyle now. Walking is a part of my daily habits. Weightlifting, eating whole, not processed foods. It's just when I grocery shop, it has become natural. It takes time, like you said. It takes time to kind of undo some of these poor habits. But since being on the program and graduating, it is my norm to pick up a package and look at the back. In fact, I have to share this because I do have little girls, and we went to the grocery store store, and I had the proudest mom moment, and you would be so proud too as my coach. But my daughter picked up a bag of potato chips. She loves chips, and she turned it around, and I'm thinking, this is not going to go well because I'm going to have to tell her, no, we're not buying these potato chips. And she said, Mom, there's only 3 ingredients. And I thought, okay, first of all, my daughter is reading ingredient. And second of all, she's excited because there's less than 5. Because our rule is like, try really hard to find something that's, less than 5 to 7 ingredients. And she said, it's just potatoes and avocado oil and sea salt. And I was like, girl, put those in the bag. I will
That's
let you have,
amazing.
I will let you have those. Of course, we don't do it all the time, but she found herself a healthy version of her potato chips. And so it's those things that since graduating the program, I not only have instilled in myself as just a daily practice, a weekly practice, but even my girls are reaping the benefits, which was always my goal, was to set a good example for them and be the mom that was not yo-yo dieting and losing and gaining weight, and giving them the same skills where they can read nutrition labels and see what ingredients are. So I am forever thankful for this program and for y'all and the coaching. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Kelly. And it's been a pleasure. And I am so proud of your daughter. That's amazing. But you, I am really proud of because you inspired her to do that by being a great example. And I remember one time you were, I think, at a gymnastics or cheer meet and walking with your other daughter. And, it was just part of like what you're doing instead of sitting around and snacking. So good for you. And it's a beautiful thing. So, and I love that your daughters are younger because I was Fat Amy when my kids were in the house. And so when I made my transformation, they were already gone. And yes, they're very proud of me now and they are learning now, but it kind of hurts my heart a little bit that I wasn't the best example for them. So I'm really proud of you for owning that and making that a part of your family's lifestyle. So we love you, so proud of you. And thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Hey, thank you so much for watching that interview. I hope that you had some very positive insights and that you are ready to continue your fat loss journey. If you are struggling to lose fat or you are looking for guidance or accountability, I'm going to invite you to check out below this video in the description. We've got a free application page where we are offering fat loss roadmaps. You can click on that page, you can watch the video to learn a little bit more about what we do, and then if it feels like a good fit, you can grab a time to chat. So head down below this video, check that out. Besides that, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and of course, as always, make sure to eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.